Good afternoon, welcome to Craven Park, the National League Division 1 game today. Sorry about that. Good afternoon, welcome to Craven Park, the National League Division 1 game today is Barrow Raiders against Castleford Tigers. We'll go through the teams, and the Barrow team first. At 1, filling in at fullback this week comes Freddie Zitter. On the wings we've got Jamie Marshall and James Nixon. The centre partnership is Jason Roach and Alex Muff. The half-back pairing of Richard Corley and Darren Holt. The front rows is Darren Fisher. Sorry, it's Andy Fisher. My person who's wrote my thing out's covering half of it up. It's Andy Fisher at 8, Dave Clark 9, Darren Fisher 10, Mike Whitehead 11, Anthony Orton 12 and Phil Atkinson 13. The subs: Chris Archer, Stuart Dancer, Joel Osborne and Paul Wilcock. The Castleford team: at 1 it's Michael Platt. 1 it's Michael Platt, 2 Wayne Price, 3 Damien Reid, 4 John Epworth, 5 Michael Shenton, 6 Andy Kane, 7 Brad Davis, 8 Adam Watney, 9 Andrew Henderson, 10 Byron Smith, 11 Tommy Hoff, 12 Steve Crouch, 13 Aaron Smith. The subs are Stuart Kane, Jordan James, Michael Knowles and Craig Hooby. The referee today is Mr Tabernet. The touch judges are Mr Nielsen and Mr Wallace. The match day sponsor is HG Hines. The match ball sponsor is Travis Perkins. The grandstand sponsor is Furness Park. Barrow's main sponsor is BAE Systems. And Barrow here trying to take on these league leaders. Oh, that's a loose pass. Well, he's give the knock on, surely he should have let that one go. Maybe he's seen another knock on by Jamie Marshall. And it's Damien Reid who dropped that ball. He'll be well liked here. Damien Reid, he was a player who left Barrow last season when they were going for the championship. Decided to leave Barrow and go on holiday, which didn't go down well with the home supporters. But on his day, he's a match winner is Damien Reid. Barrow here playing in red and white. The red and white of Barrow today, it's to commemorate the 50 years. It's 50 years ago, I think, today, since Barrow won the Challenge Cup, their one and only win. Well, nowhere was Brad Davis onside there. Quick tap taken and Barrow lost the ball. Oh, and it's another penalty. Well, at the moment, Mr Tabernet quite keen to penalise anything that's going. Get out of it. So an early chance here for Barrow to put points on the board with Darren Holt. Barrow getting the first points last week, beating Rochdale 24 points to 20. Castleford making it 3 out of 3 last week. They beat Holden 32 points to 20. They seemed to be running away with it at one time, but Oldham come back at them. So it's Darren Holt, 40 metres away. I think it's gone wide, but it's gone dead. That's the main thing. It's ball back. Good contingent of Castleford supporters. There was rumour of 1,500 people coming, but I don't think there's that many here. It's well taken by Anthony Horton. Anthony Horton scored the winning try last week against Rochdale, but he's brought down by Henderson. Ex-Barrow captain Andrew Henderson. He'll be wanting to get the points here. Left Barrow, went back to Australia, but has returned with Castleford. Here's Dave Clark, out to Muff. Muff nearly away from the tackle, but covered up by Aaron Smith. Now, Castleford seem to be getting away with a bit of messing about at the play of the ball. It's out to Zitter. Zitter cleans it up. Clark try to find the gap, but good defence by Castleford, pulling him down the 20 metres short, the try line. Zitter. It's a high tackle by Byron Smith, but I don't know. They'd let them go a long time ago, but the pressure from the Super League on the National League referees now, it all comes from Super League. They complain, these Super League coaches, about referees. Then they bring in the rules, and the only one that they seem to come down on are these National League ones. I was actually at a game yesterday, Barrow Island against Haydock, and I think the referee only gave 4 penalties in the whole game. What a superb game it was. So it's Darren Holt with the penalty attempt. And he's pulled it wide again. So is it going to be Darren Holt's off day? 2 misses, it's not like Darren. Corley takes the ball, gives it to Horton. Sorry, I couldn't. It's a bit hard on these red shirts, unbelievable, because we're used to him playing in blue. It's Jason Roach who takes it up, playing in the centre again today. Second run out for Jason Roach. Long ball over the top to Muff. Muff cuts back inside. Good break from the centre, Alex Muff. Good covering again by Aaron Smith, getting around the field, this loose forward. Here's Clark, back inside to Andy Fisher. Fisher pulled down, 20 metres short. Holt, out to Darren Fisher. Darren Fisher straightens up, takes 2 men to bring him down, 10 metres short. One of them being Andrew Henderson. Holt, little kick through. Oh, and it's just dead. Big dive from Mike Whitehead, but fullback Michael Platt allowing it to go dead. So Castleford try to bring the ball out. It's Wayne Price. Henderson at dummy half. Looking for a runner, but nobody there. Tries to get under the tackle of Whitehead and Fisher. Pulled down by Holt. Out to Davis. This is the man they've got to... sorry, no, it's not Davis. That's Andy Kane. It's Brad Davis they've got to watch. This is the man now with the ball, looking for his runners. Brad Davis making his cell available. Steps 1, steps 2. Long ball over the top. Nice play by Castleford, good play. It's a good tackle back by James Nixon, stopping the try. But it's Castleford with men over. It's a long ball over the top. It's going to be a walk-in for Damien Reid. And it's that man again, Brad Davis, picked up that loose ball in the middle of the field. It looked like he had nowhere to go, but he created a gap, moved it out wide. It was lovely backing up. It was Aaron Smith thought he was going to score, and it was a try-saving tackle from James Nixon. But Barrow had been pulled in, and it was just a case of quick hands. The ball went out wide, and Damien Reid with a free walk into the line to make it 4 points to 0 with 9 minutes on the clock. And that's a miss by the Castleford player. I think it's Andy Kane, I think. It is Andy Kane who missed that conversion attempt, so both kickers at the moment not got the boots on. So it'll be Darren Holt to restart. It was a great tackle back there by James Nixon. As I said, he covered back well last week when Rochdale kicked the ball through. We thought it was going to be a try, but he got back and smothered the ball on the final out at save Barrow. And he's coming on in leaps and bounds. He's this young wingman from Dalton. Big kick up from Holt. Watney takes on Atkinson and Darren Fisher. Here's Davis out to Kane. Nice ball out, finding the gap. Good cover across by Holt, bringing down Epworth. But the old Australian contact there, the old deep ball behind a player. Here's Kane, oh, that was forward. Allowed to go on, it's Smith. Tackled by the Fisher brothers. Here's Kane again, straightens up, but pulled down. Alex Muff standing his ground. Henderson. Out to Smith. Smith, long ball out to Brad Davis. Here's Damien Reid. Getting away from his markers. It's Price pulled down just a yard short, but Castleford moving this ball well along the line at the moment. Here's Davis. Davis going to kick high for the corner. First knock on, it's an handover, it's Barrow's ball. Mr. Taberner just wanting them on the 10-metre mark. Here's Darren Fletcher. Done well since he come into the team, Darren. He's playing prop. Big gangly lad, but certainly gains good yards. Here's Clark down the blind side, out to Freddie Zitter. Freddie Zitter wrapped up by 3 Castleford men. Clark, Whitehead straightens up. Again, 3 Castleford men in. It's maybe the difference here between the full-time and part-timers. Holt gets a kick in, goes down the field, allowed to go into touch. Just outside the 40, I think. And it is just outside the 40, it'll be Castleford head and ball. Andy Kane, the Castleford standoff, looking a bit groggy there. His feet don't seem to be going in cohesion. But it's Davids, out to Price. Price using his pace to try and get round, tries to get back inside, but covered up by Jason Roach. I think that's Michael Platt taking it up, the Castleford fullback. He's pulled down 12 metres inside his own half. Smith, he takes it up another 2 or 3 metres. 4 tackles gone. He's lost the ball. Well seen this time by Mr. Tabernet. Out to Freddie Zitter. Freddie Zitter takes on John Epworth. Corley straightens up, pulled down by Henderson. Tackle all day, Andrew Henderson, as Barrow well know you. Zitter going from dummy half. Mike Whitehead out to Walt. Out to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher try to find the gap. Gets it out to Orton. Good tackle by Price. But he gets the ball away to Jason Roach. But the Castleford cover got across there. It was a try saver or a break saver from Price coming in. Here's Atkinson. Atkinson shows it one way. Wrapped up 12 metres short the Castleford line. It's the last tackle. What are Barrow going to do? Comes to Holt. Holt along the floor again. Picked up by Kane. Kane's tackled by Corley. Castleford try to bring it out. Big Watney, the prop forward. Davis out to Reed. Reed back inside to Price. Brought down by Horton. Good covering across by the second row man. Henderson finds the gap, scoots through. Covered up by Dave Clark. Can't argue with that. It's a daft penalty given away by Dave Clark. They've done 5 tackles, I think, there. Castleford now going to have another set of 6 in the Barrow half. Tackle had been made. He should have just left him alone, but he picked him up and dumped him. So Davis kicks for touch. Henderson with the tap. Gives it out to Watney. Watney out to Davis. Long ball out. It's picked up by Crouch. Back inside to Epworth. Epworth dancing, but brought down by Holt and Whitehead. Here's Kane. Out to Smith. Smith inside to the big prop forward, Byron Smith. Henderson at dummy half. Davis. This is the man they've got to watch. Oh, and it's nearly taken by Marshall now then. Has the referee seen it? I don't know, he hasn't scrubbed him off. It's out to Tommy off. Oh, and it's down. Barrow not moving to him. That all coming there from a daft penalty given away by Dave Clark. He'd got back, he'd tackled Henderson just short of the halfway line. I think it was the 5th tackle coming up. But he had another go at him. And from the resulting penalty, Castleford get the second try on 18 minutes. And it was just the big, powerful second row man, Tommy off. He was stopped on the line, but he just reached out and put the ball over the whitewash. Easier conversion attempt here for Andy Kane. So Castleford go 10 points up. So it'll be Darren Holt to restart again. Kicks deep and long. It's taken by Brad Davis. I thought the shout was that he stood on the line, but it's just the Castleford lads at the back shouting because it was a good take. Here's Castleford throwing the ball wide again. He's got through the gap. It's out to Davis. Good wrap up by Alex Smith. Well, I think that was a bit harsh by Mr. Tabernan there. He never pulled the ball out. He's saying he held him down, but he didn't give the penalty until the ball come out. I think so, no, they said it was garbage. He was quite happy with the tackle, and they both got up, and it was when the ball come loose, and I think Brad Davis dropped it. But as it is, it's play on. It's Castleford now 12 metres short of the Barrow try line again. Aaron Smith. Watney runs at Mike Whitehead. Fisher, Andy Fisher just holds him up. Well, no, he's got away. Henderson might go on his own here. No, he gets it back to Kane. Kane looking for the gap. Along the floor, gets picked up by Platt. That's come off a Barrow man. Well, the ball played the man, I thought, but he's going to give a knock on. Well, again, that's another one, the Super League. If you don't play at the ball now and it comes off your body, they allow it to go, but obviously in National League 1, they don't. So it's another set of 6 here for Castleford. And Andy Fisher not too happy with Adam Watney over there. Davis out to Kane. Loose pass again. Now it's picked up by Nixon. Will not catch this lad. You're chasing shadows now. It's young Nixon. He'll go in under the post. This lad is a flying machine, and he's got his try. And a nice try there by James Nixon. This young lad picked that loose ball up, and I say you're chasing shadows with this kid. He's a fast lad. They gave chase Castleford, but nobody got anywhere near him. And I must give Castleford supporters there a mention, because when James Nixon went over with that ball, they applauded him. Although they're cheering now, but that doesn't make any difference. They clapped the lad who scored the try. They knew it was a good run by him. So all credit to them lads behind the posts. So Barrow pulling themselves back into it. It's 10-6. Just over the first quarter, as Barrow now look to bring 2 subs on. It looks like it's going to be maybe, well, definitely bringing on Chris Archer's coming on for Phil Atkinson. Sure, the Phil Atkinson seems to be limping a bit there. He seems to have he's getting a bit of a tension. Must be an ankle injury or something. Because it's usually Dave Clark who leaves the field, but they've put Archer on for Atkinson as Castleford restart. Taken by Freddie Zitter. Here's Archer, first touch of the ball for the sub. It's brought down by Andy Henderson. Dave Clark at dummy half, gives it Mike Whitehead. Mike Whitehead runs straight into Steve Crouch. Corley back inside to Andy Fisher. Brought down by Byron Smith, the prop forward. Here's Clark out to Corley. Corley dummies one way, but The gap shuts, 10 metres inside their own half, comes back to Darren Holt. Darren Holt just hoofed the ball down the field. And bounces away from Michael Platt. But a good chase by the red shirts, bringing him down. Price. Good run from Michael Shenton. This lad will be trying to keep his scoring feet up. I think he's scored in every game so far for Castleford. But he got nowhere near young James Nixon. Henderson shimmies one way, gives it out to Byron Smith. He's pulled down just inside the barrow half. Henderson out to Davis. Davis. Oh, and it's a loose ball there. Damien Reid puts the ball down. Here's Freddie Zitter. Good tackle from Henderson, bringing him down 10 metres inside his own half. Clark out to Darren Fisher. Just a bit slow there from Dave Clark. Here's Mike Whitehead. Takes it up to the halfway mark. Clark out to Holt. Back inside to Orton. Orton nearly gets away, but it's covered up by Henderson. Clark again down the blind side, out to Whitehead. It's play on, it's a loose ball. It's come back inside to Wetworth. He's tackled by Holt. Well, Holt's got to be lucky to get away with that one. Here's Watney straight into Darren Fisher, but pulled down just over the halfway line. Henderson out to Davis, back inside. It's well covered up, but he gets the ball away. Play on, both men going for the ball. Here's Henderson. Ooh, back inside to Craig Hooby, who's on the field. Oh, what a lovely ball out. And he's got away from Zitter. Marshall's getting across, but they're not going to get him. And it's Brad Davis, a lovely ball out. And it's a second try for the second row man, Tommy off. Who did he say? Tommy Hoff. I'm not sure if it's Tommy Hoff or Tommy Hogg. We'll keep calling him Hoff because it's easier. So it's Kane with a conversion attempt through the post. There's a lovely ball into the gap there by Brad Davis. He had his runner in the second row man, Tommy off. Just split the barrow defence and he was away. Zitter tried to bring him down, but to no avail. Young Marshall tried to get back, but just sheer strength again, taking the big second row man over. Stopped by Price, picked up by Watney. Good defence by Barrow, bringing him down. 9 metres short of his own try line. Davis again, out to Price. Penalty there, putting the hand between the legs. It's illegal now. But he penalised Castleford there because Price released the ball and Henderson was off up the field. 5-3 penalties going in favour of Castleford at the moment. Is off, takes the ball up. Pulled down just short of halfway by Archer. Here's the sub. Hooby, I'm told, is called. And Barrow got Wilcock on now. I think he might have come on for Darren Fisher, is it? Or Andy Fisher, sorry. Kane, oh, loose pass out. Picked up by Clark. Well, I've got to agree a bit there. He's clapped down on Barrow for messing about the play of the ball. It's not the first time Castleford have been penalised, and yet he leaves the Castleford man on. Here's Corley. Holt out to Wharton, nearly broke the tackle before, goes down, needs to get down on the floor. He's going towards the touch line. Archer back inside to Darren Fisher. Darren Fisher wrapped up by Watney, brought down just over the halfway. Clark out to Holt. Long ball out to Zitter. Zitter try to find the gap. Good tackle by Andy Kane getting across. Mike Whitehead. Just looking at this Castleford defensive line, they're keeping it straight at the moment. Holt oops high for the corner. Oh, and it's dropped. Well, that's a drop out to me, because that was knocked on over the try line. The first offence was a knock on over the try line. I think it's a drop out, and it is. Good kick by Holt. Jamie Marshall just a foot or two behind. He was there, but Price then knocked it in a touch to stop him scoring. But it's a dropout, not the best of dropouts from Kane. Taken by Orton. Orton straightens up. Held up by Reed. Archer out to Darren Fisher. Darren Fisher tries to straighten up. Well, this is another new thing by Rugby League now. It's another after the intervention of Super League. And it's wrote in Latin, I think. It's something about bringing a man up horizontal to his head or something stupid like that, which Henderson did. It was just a fair tackle to me, but he ended up horizontal, so it's a penalty. I was reading the law changes, and it's unbelievable. As Zitter straightens up, but it's Henderson there again, bringing him down. Holt on the charge, out to Michael Whitehead. Tries to get away from the tackle of Kane. Cleaned up by Watney. Barrow moving the ball out wide to Clark. Clark out to Corley. Corley out to Archer. Archer tries to get away from Reed, but pulled down, 11 metres short. Corley out to Stuart Dancer, going for the line. I think that medal, that's fifth and last and that, I'm not quite sure, but it's Barrow spewing it out. It's out to Walt. Out to Zitter. Zitter trying to get inside, gets it out to Muff. Muff trying to get away from Watney, but he's brought down. Good defence by Castleford. Holt out to Whitehead. Whitehead. Has he got the ball down? Well, the linesman's running back. It looks like he has. And Mike Whitehead going over the whitewash. I think the good work by the officials there. The linesman was right on it. Mr. Taberner was there as well. I think he was quite happy with it. He looked to his linesman, and the linesman was happy with it, and he gave the touchdown. It's about 9 metres in from the corner flag. With just about 5 minutes of this half remaining. I was just going to say in the commentary when Stuart Dancer took that ball up that I don't think Barrow are big enough to try and barge over the line, but Michael Whitehead proved me wrong. I won't hide what I was going to say. So it's Holt, 9 metres in from the touchline. It's a good strike this time. And Castleford making 2 more changes. And it looks like, no, I thought it was Andy Kane who's gone off. I'll try and see who's gone off. I think it's Watney, the prop forward one, that's definitely gone off. He's probably replaced by Jordan James, ex-Sheffield man. Scored here when he was down here last year with Sheffield. Well taken by Coley. Felix Orton. Runs well, there's his second row man, Simon Orton. Not the, Anthony Orton. Not the biggest of forwards, but takes the ball up, doesn't shrug anything. Here's Mike Whitehead straight into Craig Hooby. Clark again, Dancer. Barrow don't want to be giving any daft passes there. The only way you can play Castleford is in their half of the field. Wilcock, he takes it up to halfway, it's the last tackle. Clark puts the ball down the field, just over the top, picked up by Michael Platt, chased by Chris Archer. Shenton. John Epworth taking the ball up, but pulled down by Holt and Whitehead. Kane out to Byron Smith. Good tackle from Wilcock. Henderson comes out to Craig Hooby. He's pulled down just over halfway. Last tackle. Out to Davis. Gets it across field. Taken by Freddie Zitter. Try to find the gap, but pulled down 12 metres short of the Barrow try line. If Barrow can hold this for a set of 6 and put it down the field, we may go in at half time, just 4 points behind. Here's Alex Muff. Clark down the blind side to Whitehead. Whitehead can't get away from the tackle of Byron Smith. Clark again, out to Walt. Puts the ball down the middle of the field. Picked up by Price. Now then, he looks a flying machine, needs to be tackled, which he is by Wilcock and Dancer. Aaron Smith tried to use Whitehead offside, but Whitehead never got involved. Here's Davis. Long ball out to Jordan James. Try to release the ball. Price, he'll just run the ball hard and straight. Henderson out to Davis again. Davis out to Kane. Tries to get it back inside, but he's brought down. Good tackle. Wilcock's down injured. It's the last tackle. This comes out to Brad Davis. Kicks for the corner. And well taken by Jamie Marshall. Jason Roach. I think that'll be a penalty now. I mean, nowhere can Castleford hear the referee. He should blow his whistle, not shout. He would be better blowing his whistle. Castleford nowhere can hear anybody in this crowd. And you could see it was going to be a penalty to Barrow. So it's Roach with the tap, dummies one way, straightens up, runs at Damien Reid. And there is the half-time hooter. We'll do a quick first half summing up. And it was a try by ex-Barrow man Damien Reid on 9 minutes. It was a break up the field. It was Aaron Smith going for the line, but he was pulled down by a great cover tackle by James Nixon, but the ball moved out wide and a free run in by Damien Reid to make it 4-0. Too far out for the conversion. Then on 18 minutes it was a lovely ball to Hoff. He went in to make it 8-0, converted by Kane, 10-0. Then on 22 minutes Castleford were on the attack from a scrum. The ball went loose. It was picked up by young James Nixon and he went about 90 metres to score under the post, 10-4, converted by Holt, 10-6. 5 minutes later, lovely ball from Brad Davis, found the big second row man Tommy Off out wide. He ran through a big gap, went past Freddie Zitter and shrugged off the challenge of Jamie Marshall to put the ball down to make it 14-6. That was converted by Kane, making it 16-6. But on 34 minutes, a short ball from Darren Holt found Whitehead, and somehow he got over and put the ball down 9 metres in from the corner flag to make it 16-10. And Holt did a beautiful conversion to make an half-time score of Barrow 12, Castleford 16. Here we go for the second half. Barrow trailing 12-16, but they'll be happy with that score line at the moment. So it's a big 40 minutes here for Barrow. They'd be hoping to get another 2 points. It'd be a big 2 points, taking the scalp of Castleford. But I'm just wondering how the fitness will go. Castleford just slightly a bit faster that first half. Obviously because of the full time, Barrow only part time. He's a man who needs watching, Jordan James. He played well for Sheffield against us last year. Brad Davis gone for the 40-20. It's going to be a good kick, is that? Oh, well, he's given us in touch. Now then, what was it? Well, he's not looked at his linesman, and the linesman then ran to take Castleford back 10 metres. Which was a bit strange, because whichever way it went, it was still Castleford head and ball. But it was a brilliant kick by Brad Davis, putting Barrow on the back foot with just his first minute of the game. So Kane feeds, comes out to Hepworth. Hepworth tries to straighten up, but he's pulled down by Coley. Henderson, Jordan James. Big lad, I said he's dangerous, but well tackled by Anthony Orton. Henderson trying to go on his own. Good tackle again. It's Jason Roach over the top, pulling him back. Damien Reid out to Jordan James. Trying to get away from the tackle of Wilcock. Henderson, dummy half. Long ball out to Kane. Kane out to Davis. Out to Epworth, shows it one way. Well chased, but gets away from Muff, but covered up by Holt. Last tackle. Barrow defending well with that 4. He is out to Davis. Davis over the top. I think that did that. Well, it went through the hands of Coley, but he must have just got a hand to it as it went over. So it's going to be another set of 6 for Castleford. So it's Holt with the dropout. Gets it well up the field, into the hands of Brad Davis. He feeds Byron Smith, straightens up, but pulled down by Clark and Wilcock. 30 metres from the Barrow try line. It's Henderson. Henderson finds Aaron Smith. He's taken back by Wilcox and Dancer. Henderson again. Out to Kane. Kane brings inside man. It's one of the subs. I'll tell you which one it is in a minute. Henderson at dummy half. Out to Davis. Deep ball. Dropped by Michael Platt. So good defence there by Barrow, holding Castleford out 2 sets of 6. Second set obviously uncompleted by Castleford. So Darren Holt to feed. Comes out to Corley. Corley half through the gap. Alex Muff. Nearly got through twice today, Alex Muff. Zitter out to Whitehead, juggles with the ball but holds on to it. Clark at dummy half, finds Dancer. Dancer straightens up. Held up by Andy Henderson. It's the last tackle. Clark up the blind side, kicks to the corner. Well picked up by Shenton off his bootlaces. He's brought down by Dave Clark. Kane. Castleford getting the ball away. It's out to Brad Davis. Kane again. Only going a few yards though, Castleford, but they're willing to keep this ball alive. Henderson out to Byron Smith. He's held up by Horton and Dancer. Henderson, Davis. Good tackle by Coley on Jordan James. Henderson coming down the blind side. Shows the dummy, covered up well by Jason Roach. Brad Davis again, kicks the ball over the top into a big gap. Taken by Nixon, gets away from one. Eventually brought down by Byron Smith. Zitter. The old adage, you shout long enough you'll get a penalty, and all the Barrow supporters are shouting for Castleford to get on side. Mr Taberner eventually provides that penalty. So Holt with the kick. That's going to take Barrow onto the halfway line. Muff out to Holt. Out to Coley. Barrow not going really far. Comes out to Dancer. And loses the ball. And a bit of a mix-up there. First tackle. Nobody seemed to want to take the ball forward. So it'll be Davis to feed. Davis feeds. Good tackle by Holt on Brad Davis. In fact, it was Wilcox who put Davis down. That's Michael Platt running on adrenaline at the moment, Barrow. Here's Henderson, switches play to Byron Smith, but he's wrapped up well by Horton. Henderson out to Davis. Out to Craig Hooby. 30 metres short of the Barrow try line. Henderson. Nowhere for him to go, but he's allowed to get the ball away. Goes out to the second row man, Steve Crouch. Last tackle. It's come out to Kane this time. Steps one way, puts it out to the wingman. But Barrow standing back, holding him up. He's got the ball, it's a knock on. Hand over. Good defence again by Barrow. Looked like it was a big gap, but young James Nixon had dropped back for the kick. Good defence by Castleford, taking Anthony Orton back. It's Alex Muff. Well, I know I keep harping on, but in Super League now, any consistent thing, it's holding down, head tackles or whatever, ends up with somebody going in the sin bin. He's only given one sin bin in at the moment, that was Alex Muff. And yet, Castleford have given away 8 penalties to Barrow's 5. Here's Corley. Corley out to Wharton. Gets it out to Roach. Roach cuts back inside. Well stopped by Jordan James. Corley again up the blind side. Out to Archer. Archer tries to step Reed. Well, just saying about consistent, giving away consistent penalties. That's 9 penalties now to Barrow, 5 to Castleford. And yet he's had a Barrow man in the sin bin. I'm not saying that Alex Muff probably didn't deserve to go to the bin, but what I am saying, how come that they can give away 9 penalties and nobody in the bin, and Barrow have given away 5 and had 1 man in the bin? Anyway, it's Holt. Out to Wilcott. Wilcott runs into John Epworth. Well, again, that's 2 on the run, so why does he not send some... Now he's pulling out the captain, and yet he didn't talk to the Barrow captain before he sent a Barrow man to the sin bin. All he asked for is consistency. And this is not being consistent as far as I'm concerned by Mr. Taberner. Two on the run. There was 2 on the run there, raked out by Castleford, and yet he leaves the man on the field. Anyway, Barrow on the attack, 10 metres short of the try line. Dancer straightens up. Held up by Aaron Smith and Henderson. And it's Joel Osborne who's on. Holt out to Whitehead. Whitehead back to Holt. Holt trying to find a way through. Good tackle by Steve Crouch. Muff. Loose pass. Well picked up by Clark. Clark takes the tackle. 12 metres short of the Castleford try line. Dancer. Out to Corley. Out to Zitter. Zitter has to jump up in the air for it. He's pulled down by Brad Davis. Jason Roach out to Clark. Clark, house one eye for the corner. It's not back. Can he get it down? Well, it's going to be a try, but I don't think either of them are in any position to give it. There's a lovely kick from Dave Clark, and I don't know how Alex Muff got it down. It looked like it was well knocked back by young James Nixon, and it looked like Alex Muff was going to get a free touchdown, but the Castle defence got across there, and I must admit, I don't know how they come to give it, because neither referee or linesman seemed to be in a position, but The linesman ran, and obviously Sin did see it and said it was a try. So Barrow level it, 16 points apiece. He's had a good game, this centre, Alex Muff, today. He's looked dangerous, he's made little half breaks, but he did well to get that one down because he's not the biggest of lads. That's gone wide of the post, so the score remains level, 16 each. Castle to be looking for something for this man down here now, the inspirational man, Brad Davis. It's a good kick eye. Corley shouts, well taken. Gives it to Anthony Orton. Pulled back by Damien Reid. Joel Osborne gives it out to Dancer. Well met by Craig Hooby. Clark out to Whitehead. A few shouts for forward pass there from the Castleford supporters. Clark out to Alt. Alt gone for the 40-20. It's not back, it's dangerous now. It's picked up by Huff. Now then, a quick play of the ball. Oh, that's... It's over the top to Jason Roy. He's offside! Unbelievable, right, he's let that one go. The big prop forward, late getting back, and Mr. Tabard, he tackled Jason Roach, and he just let it go. Should have been in the bin and a penalty try to Barrow, but anyway, they're on the attack. It's Osborne, out to Corley, out to Zitter. Out the back door, and it's going to be Marshall, and it's a lovely try. Jamie Marshall, and a lovely ball from Freddie Zitter. And that to me was just rewards, because definitely Byron Smith was hobbling back there. No way he was onside, and he just tackled Jason Roach from behind, and Mr. Taberner allowed the play to go on. But Barrow moved it wide. A lovely ball out the back door from Freddie Zitter, and Jamie Marshall scooted in and gets down 15 metres in from the from the corner flag. And Castleford bringing on the big men again. On comes two try scorer Tommy Off and Adam Watney. They've come on, they replaced Craig Hubby and Byron Smith. Well, if he just hits this one right, it's going to go right between the posts. He's got it angled right. And there it goes. I tell you what, it's great to be down here with this atmosphere, helped by the Castleford supporters, I must say, but it's a long time since we've had an atmosphere like this. It'll be carried on with the next game. We have Widnes at home in the Challenge Cup, and whatever happens today here, Barrow have done themselves proud again. A few weeks ago they were in the Northern Rail Cup, and you would have said that When Castleford come here, you'd have been looking at 50 or 60, but I tell you what, they've given them a game here. Whatever happens now, as Barrow take the ball up in Mike Whitehead. Out to Corley. Corley inside to Wharton, but he's well wrapped up by second row man Tommy off. Throw up the ground, not wrong with that. Holt. Holt gets the kick up the field. That's the way they've got to play him now. They've got to play him up there. And it goes dead. Well played by Michael Shenton. And he's obviously going to take the quick tap. Barrow need to be awake. And they are. Gets 10 metres, but he's wrestled down by Dancer. Henderson out to Watney. Watney straightens up. Good drive by the prop forward. This is where it is though. They'll get the yards, these big lads. Here's Davis. Long ball over the top to Damien Reid. It's well tackled by Joel Osborne. Davis out to Tommy off. Good tackle from Corley. 4 gone. Henderson out to Brad Davis. Puts it out to Kane. Back inside to Aaron Smith. But he gets the ball away. And I think it's Jordan James. He gets the ball away. And it's snapped up by Clark. Oh, well, the referees give that through Brad Davis there, I think. Brad Davis shouting that was back to 6, and we come up with the ball, and the referee didn't blow up until he looked at Brad Davis. And it looks like Stuart Dancer down. It's going to be another set of 6 to Castleford. But Barrow need to keep this Castleford team out wide. If they're going to go over, we want them out on the flanks. But it's also a warning there to Barrow. Castleford try to get the ball, keeping the ball alive in the tackle. Looks like Stuart Dancer going to have to leave the field. He's going to get a replacement in Andy Fisher.
Substitution is number 8, Andy Fisher, sponsored by ConstantHolidays.com. Number 15, Stuart Dancer, sponsored by...
So it's Keane to feed. Taken down the blind side by Aaron Smith, but he's well wrapped up by Darren Holt. Shenton. Pulled down by Dave Clark. 8 metres, 12 metres short the Barrow try line. Kane out to Davis. Long ball out, well tackled by Jason. Oh, I thought he was well tackled. Just gets away, but he stopped him. Well, how could it be an high tackle? He's come from the back of him. Jason Roach come from the back of him and just jumped on his back. So how can it be a high tackle? He never swung his arm. But it's another set of 6. Comes out to Tommy off. He's pulled down 5 metres short. We're looking for, here's big Watney coming. Just power and strength, takes him over. But you've just got to ask about that decision there. I mean, Taberner there, Jason Roach, he made a hard tackle and he just ran and went from behind. Mr. Taberner gives a penalty for a high tackle, which I just cannot believe. And again, just sheer strength bringing the tries here. Barrow not got the power to stop these big lads. And that's why the Castleford coach brought on Watney and Hoff. And it's going to be sheer brute force again that's maybe going to lose this for Barrow. So 22 apiece, game on again. We're into the last quarter of the game. And Damien Reid coming under a bit of pressure here from the crowd, but the lad's not biting, he's just ignoring them, letting them get on with what they want to say. And if Castleford take the points here, he'll probably just ask them the score at the end of the game. Here's try scorer Watney, taken down by Whitehead. Henderson out to Smith, only one Smith on now, that's Aaron Smith. Henderson out to Watney again. Henderson scoots from the dummy half, long ball out to Hoff. Oh, nice ball out by Hoff. Reid bounces off one. Goes back to Brad Davis, puts a big ball up in the air. Good chase from Castleford. Well taken by Zitter. Nixon's got to go on his own. Marshall, 3 tackles gone. Barrow struggling to get out of here. Here's Whitehead. Castleford now with their tails up. That's 4. Clark out to Fisher. Good tackling again. Castleford getting him on his back. 5 tackles, about 12 metres gained. Oh, and they're all well offside. He was so far offside. And that's what the booing is for, the fact that he was so far offside, Kane. Mr. Taberner looking to his left, not looking to his right. But you play to the referee. And good luck to him if you get away with it. It's Castleford on the attacker. Watney again. Met by Clark and Whitehead. 12 metres short of the Barrow try line. Henderson. Out to Davis. Long ball over the top. And it's going to be a run in for Price. And there's not more certain than that long ball is going to come from Brad Davis. And Jamie Marshall should have stayed out here with his wingman. Apparently he did it last week, exactly the same. Brad Davis, long ball out to Price. Price had to fall to pick it up, but with nobody at home, he just got up and ran in from 15 metres. So 2 tries in 5 minutes, taking Castleford back in the lead, 26-22. So it's Kane with the conversion attempt right off the touch line. This is an important kick here. Although I think there's more points to come yet with just 15 minutes to go. Just 1 try difference, 26-22. And another substitutions. It's Wilcox and Anthony Orton going off to replace by Darren Fisher and Chris Archer. And Joel Osborne going to full-back. Zitter going into the centre. Well taken by Michael Platt. Good run there from Jordan James. He's lost the ball. Well, they seem to make them up, referees. This time he says holding down. He loses the ball, so if he doesn't give it raking out when there's no sign of a rake out, they decide we'll have it for holding down. I'm sure they make them up as they go along. Here's the Castleford man of the match for me, Tommy Off. Played well, this second row man. Davis out to Crouch, half through but well pulled down by Darren Holt. Henderson. Looks like they've got another substitution on, Castleford. Here's Kane, out to Davis. Out to the full-back, Platt. Well, he's lost it this time. He definitely lost it there. Good job he had the linesman, because it'd have probably been another rake-out decision. So it's a scrum down 10 metres from the Barrow try line. A long way for Barrow to go here. It'll be Holt to feed. Out to Joel Osborne. Well up there by, I think it's John Hepworth. Here's Whitehead. Gets away from Watney. Castleford coming up quick at the moment. Here's Darren Fisher. Shouts to get him onside, but they've got the back line along the referee. They're onside, the back foot's there. Not wrong with that, it's back to Holt. Holt out to Andy Fisher. It's last tackle. Clark out to Holt. Put under pressure by Castleford. Good pressure by Kane. Putting Holt under pressure. Just gets the ball up the field into the hands of Michael Platt. He's pulled down by Roach and Archer. Price looking for the gap. Pulled down by Coley. Shenton straightens up. Castleford just getting more yards at the moment with the ball than Barrow. Here's Watney, well tackled by Whitehead. Another 2 tackles in his set of 6. Comes out to Off. Oh, nice ball out to Price. And Price is in the corner. And 3 tries in 10 minutes, probably just taking this game away from Barrow. And it was just saying to me, the man of the match for Castleford, Tommy Off, scored 2 tries, went at the Barrow defence there, brought him in and slipped a lovely ball out to Price. And his sheer pace and strength took him over in the corner. And just noticed that these wingers have changed around. It is Wayne Price, I'm sure, on this swing. I may be wrong. I've got 2 down as Wayne Price, but he's playing on the left wing. So we're just 10 minutes to go. I think that 8 points difference is going to be too much here for Barrow, as Kane goes with a conversion attempt. So Alt kicks off high and deep, try to get the knock on, but it's taken by Michael Platt. He gives it to Watney, pulled down by Darren Fisher. Steve Crouch goes from dummy half, pulled down again by Fisher and Roach. Davies putting it out wide. Kane out to Wetworth, try to get away from Muff, but pulled down just short of the halfway. And there's trouble over the far side going on as the referee ignores it. Oh, and this is bad play by the referee. This is terrible play by the referee. And he's just allowing a free for all to go on over there. And that is only one man's fault, and that is the referee. He could see that was bubbling up between Holt and somebody else. I don't know who's thrown the first punches, but he's just allowed the game to go on, and I think that is absolutely disgusting. He should have blown up 10 minutes ago for that. He's ended up for a free-for-all on the far side. And he's going to now bottle out and put this on report and expect the video people to pick up what is his problem. And I think it's terrible. There was some verbal going on between Darren Holt and I think John Epworth, I don't know who threw the first punch, but you just looked over, the next thing everybody's having a go. And all Mr. Taberner's doing is letting the game go on. That was absolutely disgusting. And they're going to bottle out of it now by putting it on report. And how can you expect the video crew to follow the game and follow the fighting as well? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, Darren Holt's gone to the bin. He was having a verbal with this man here, Johnny Epworth. Now he's going to probably go to the bin. And the trouble was caused by other people running in. Now who's he pulling out? Now he's pulling Fisher out, and he's pulling Henderson out. And he's put it on report, and I just think that is... I mean, everybody could... If you're watching the game, you could say there was a verbal going on. And he should have been in there and blown it up. And he just bottles out by putting it on report. And I think that is bad play by Mr. Taberner. I honestly do. But it's Castleford on the attack with Davis. Out to Kane. Offside. Well, neither of them two players, and it's a bad loss for Barrow, because obviously the man who's liable to do any damage, Darren Holt, will not take any more part in this game. So it's a bigger loss for Barrow than it is for Castleford. Zitter nearly gets away from Davis. Jamie Marshall trying to get away, loses the ball. And there's another verbal going on there, and Mr. Taberner's just looking at it. Now that could have flared up again there. Mr. Taberner is definitely not doing anything with this game here. Damien Reid. Well tackled by Osborne. Kane tackled again by Osborne. Henderson out to 17, Craig Hubby back on the field. Kane out to Davis. Short ball to Watney, but well wrapped up by Jason Roach. Brad Davis inside to off, going for the hat-trick, but a good tackle from Chris Archer. Obi tries a kick through, play on. Well, I'd like to know what this Castleford team have got to do before they get somebody put in the sin bin. He sent Alex Muff to the sin bin early on for persistent fouling, and now I met that 12-9 penalties to Castleford, to Barrow, and yet he's not put anybody in the bin from Castleford. So just 2 minutes left. It's now game, set and match to Castleford, but they've certainly given a game here, Barrow. Clark out to Coley. Zitter. Good tackle from Brad Davis. Coley. Good tackling from Castleford from the two props. Smith and Watney. Mike Whitehead. Last tackle. Clark puts the ball up high. Right into the hands of Michael Platt. Play on. Right, it's one of them things there. It looked like there was only Freddie Zitter in, but I bet you if we play it back, there was probably two Barrow men in. And it's the penalty going to Castleford as they move it out wide. Kane finds a gap. He's got through inside to Davis. And Davis in under the post. And it was a nice break there from the standoff. Andy Kane just found a tired Mike Whitehead out wide, ran past him, nice inside ball to Brad Davis to go in under the post, making it 34 points to 22. And I said it was going to be the last 10-15 minutes that was going to tell, because these full-time professionals against part-timers, it's just going to tell in the end. And there is the final hooter. We'll go through the second half scoring, and Barrow got off to a great start when they pulled it level with a try by Alex Muff. It was a kick by Dave Clark. It was knocked back by young Jason Roach, and it went sorry, not Jason Roach, it was knocked back by James Nixon. That was picked up by Muff, and somehow he got the ball down to level at 16-16. But Holt's kicking off today, never converted. 4 minutes later, lovely try, and it was Jamie Marshall. He come off Zitter, and he went in to stretch Barrow's lead to 20-16, converted by Holt 22-16. But then Castleford bring on the two big men, and it was one of them that was the big prop, Adam Watney, who just went over from close range to make it 22-20, converted by Kane, levelling it 22 apiece. Then on 65 minutes, it was a long ball out by Price. He found an unmarked, long ball out by Brad Davis. He found an unmarked Wayne Price, and he had a free walk in to make it 26-22. Then 5 minutes later, it was repeated again. This time it was Tommy off, Castleford's man of the match for me. He made the break, he found Price out wide, again he went in at the corner to make it 30-22, and that was game over as far as Barrow was concerned. And then on 80 minutes it was a try by Davis, a nice break from Kane. He found Davis on the inside and put it in down under the post to make it 34-22, and an easy conversion by Kane, bringing the game to an end to win for Castleford 36-22. But I've got to ask the question, why did Mr Taberner decide to put one Barrow man in the bin and nobody from Castleford when the penalty count at one time was 10-6 Barrow? But and they also let a big blow go over there. It's put on report, and I just don't think it was a very good performance from Mr Taberner. But well deserved for Castleford. The pace and the fitness told in the end, as I thought it would do. Taking another 2 points here. They stay probably top of the league, beating Barrow 36-22. All right.